wife with me. Got my partner in crime with me.
Hello.
Why, hello. And yeah, this view never gets old. It's just so pretty. It never gets old.
We love driving on this.
I'm on the trusty Husky 701. My wife is riding the Moto guzzi V7.
Yeah.
It's going to an 850 version, baby. Person complains about that bike, and I don't know why, because a lot of people just don't like to accept that the newer bike is better. They really don't. I'm not saying the old bike was worse, but I am going to say the new bike is it is absolutely better than the previous one, and that doesn't take away from the previous gen, except for the fact that the newer one's better. Yeah.
Okay.
We go to go and go. It is.
Okay, I'm going.
Tanner looks at me like, "What are you doing? Slow it down."
I usually ride the Vulcan S, the 650, but the shifter was getting stuck, so now I am riding the Moto guzzi.
Yeah, it's basically the first time the Vulcan's ever been down, even though it's actually a weak shifter spring. It's been weak and bad since day one, before we ever rode it, but or since the time I rode it, I noticed the shifter would struggle to come back up after you would press down on it. So I think it's finally just...
I could tell that it was starting to get worse and worse, like at the end of our poker run, and then like every time I've been out, it would get stuck, and then I'd have to like finagle it, and then finally it would give, and then I was like, okay, I can go again. But it was just causing a lot more stress than...
So I had to bite the bullet, and now I'm going to be putting a new shift return spring on it. So it means I got to do a job I've never done before, which ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing ever not been done. So if someone else did it before me, surely to goodness I can do it again as well, other than very few special individuals. But also, adding back to that previous, the Vulcan, that'll be the first truly real repair I've made on that bike, to be honest. Like true mechanical repair. That bike's been... I mean, don't get me wrong, I could still ride it, but it just gets kind of annoying trying to pull with that shifter, and I had pulled with it for a long time, but...
It's not like, it's not that it doesn't ride, it's just... like, it's not engine related.
I will say there's some bad drivers up here, so I'm very, especially I guess where it's getting closer to July 4th, I guess it just, every time there's a holiday, people just, for some reason, they put aside all logical reasoning, they put aside all logic when it comes to the way you're supposed to drive. They pretend the laws of the road no longer account for anything or exist. Yeah, so that's what I hate, is like, because July 4th should be a time that you want to ride, but it's kind of a time I don't really, I want to ride, but I kind of stay back and avoid riding on the holidays, because I know how people are. You can't trust them to do what they're supposed to do to drive like they're supposed to drive.
Do you know where we're going?
Nope. It should be like, man, the trees over there, look at that. See that? Black Mountain, West Black Mountain, I don't know. Either way, here's a biker.
Yep.
You think while we're riding you could put your phone up on there? I'm joking. Yeah, that's why I like riding motorcycles though. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Pretty. You want? Let's stop in here. We'll get a picture. And I'll see where we're at. Nice pretty A-frame up there. I went in the way it said do not enter. It's fine though. It doesn't matter.
I know. I don't think anybody's coming out right now anyways.
We will rock you. No, let's put the bikes facing this direction, I guess, for good old picture-oo. There's kind of a thing back there you can back into, like your tire, if you need to. Yeah. And then pull up just a bit. BEA beautiful. Be alright, I guess.
Whew. Gets hot, doesn't it?
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, this is my super handy dandy generic cheap trowel, I don't know what you call it, phone holder. I do like the claw design. I ain't gonna lie, that actually, it's not the expensive, this is like the cheap one, so that's just something about being near the water.
You can smell it.
We need a boat. Okay, that does it. We're selling the bikes to get the boat. Channel's canceled. It's just a vlog channel, so I don't even, we can make boats work.
Yeah. We can do boat vlogs. Think that's done?
I'm gonna have to start exercising and quit eating again.
Quit eating?
Yeah, 'cause, you know, the people like in Hollywood that look really good and stuff, they don't eat. Ain't that right?
No.
Oh.
They might not eat, I don't know.
Well, I think Ryan Reynolds said in order to be in good shape, you have to eat a diet consisting of paper mache and wood chips. So, I don't know. I kind of was always turned off with that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Yeah. Yeah. The sun's in our eyes. Do you have your tinted visor on? Well.
Yeah. It don't matter when the sun is right in your eyes. Even with the tinted visor, it's just a big blur, a big, I don't know what I would call it, a big flash. I mean, even though it helps take away some of the sting in my eyes, but it's still, I can't see what I'm doing. I guess we can get some wings if you want to do that. Same guy, ain't it? Nah.
Yeah, I think so.
It might be, I can't tell.
Kind of done the same. He does like a hand touch.
Okay, so now you're great on the wave. I mean, come on.
No, I was just, that looked like the hand I've seen before.
Well, yeah, I need, you know, I thought my vision was okay, but you're making me realize that I need glasses more and more.
I've got these super glasses. I didn't realize how bad my vision was until I got glasses, but then I was like, man.
You know, maybe your vision wasn't, yeah, it was bad, but maybe it's just normal for people's vision to be bad, you know, is what I'm saying. So once you put those I'm enjoying this. This is the whole purpose of this video. Ah, it ended. That was short-lived. Ah! Somebody did turn. They nearly ran over 30 birds in the process. Cave Run Bingo, man. That's where it's at. Let me tell you. Because you know, you think you have hardcore bingo games at your mom and dad's or your sister's house. No, that's where it gets real. I mean, you'll have people beating each other over the head with a cane. I mean, it gets real. It gets serious. You think the games in the Old West used to be bad. Now let me tell you, when you get in there with some of them older folks and they're playing bingo, it gets serious. It's like WWE, man, like WrestleMania or something bad. They take their bingo that serious. The road might get a little smoother, maybe. I see how it is. They just want it to be nice for the townsfolk. They don't care about us country free roamers or whatever we are. Folks stuck out in the boonies. Okay, yeah, they took offense to that and they're like, never mind. No nice roads for anybody. And I'm sure there'll be so many people be like, you think those roads are bad? You should go right off the side of a cliff. Tell me it's bad. Yeah, it can always be worse, no matter anywhere, don't get me wrong. But it can definitely be better, trust me.
My face is itching.
Blue on this truck, man. The shark. It's pretty blue, ain't it?
It is.
I wonder if that's the original color.
I don't know. Got a trip to B-Dubs, tied it up real tight, put it in there with Tanner. Doesn't seem like he's bothering it. So cute. Matt's talking to his parents on the phone using the Lexan.
Alright, I'm gonna get off here and head home. Alright, love y'all. Bye.
Yep. I was like, when they hang up, it might automatically connect.
Ready? Do you want to go to the light and pull out?
It might be easier.
I guess you haven't drove in town too much, so.
Yeah, I just thought it, because we'd probably have to take off really quick up here, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. It might not be too bad.
I don't think it didn't seem too crowded out right now. But we can go up to the lot. Coming?
Yep. Because this way we, you know, definitely get a chance to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're going to go left. Ooh, it is bright though.
Yep.
I wonder if we'll actually trigger it, actually. I forgot about that.
So bad, was it?
Yeah.
My wife don't have her camera on, that's fine. I turned mine on.
I have it on.
Oh, you do?
Yep,
okay.
I turned it on while you were talking to your parents.
Oh, well. You might actually get to hear her thoughts and stuff. Anyways, I think this is your first time riding in Moorhead, ain't it?
Yeah.
I've not rode here much, but when I have rode here, the roads are really big. And you got a lot of room, and it's just, man, you just can't beat motorcycle parking. You really can't.
I'd say, you just say what in parking spots, we probably could have just showed up on
park up, I mean, literally right by the front door. And I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. And then I had to park like a mile away, and I was like, nah, ain't worth
Yeah,
it.
and so you went home.
It was like 2 minutes from the house, so I was like, I'm just going home. We weren't really going there to look around. We was going there just to meet your parents because they was set up there, but...
Dad said he had popped the house, so I gotta...
Okay, good.
Which I don't drink that stuff, that poison anyway, so I don't know why I'm even worried about it.
Thing on Facebook, people asking for prayers for a couple that was in a motorcycle accident because of... Yeah, that's why I'm like...
They're extremely bad right now, man. Like, I don't know, they're just overrunning the place, deer, or... So are the rabbits.
We were talking at work with all the animals. Like, a girl at work, she said, I hit a raccoon, I hit a cat. She's like, I've hit a squirrel. Like, she's like, oh, I'll never hit any animals.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you move to Kentucky, you better, it's guaranteed you're eventually going to hit something.
There's just been a lot, like, it's like overwhelming wildlife right now. It's like the animals have been quarantined and they're all having babies.
I don't know. I can't explain it. Well, maybe, I don't know how COVID affected the hunting seasons and stuff, which people might say, oh, hunting's bad and all this, but man, I'm telling you, it's necessary because a lot of people ended up getting killed because there's so much overpopulation of animals.
Yeah.
It's kind of dangerous. You always, at least in this area, you always got to be on alert. I mean, it may not be like that in Lexington and the big cities and stuff like that, but
a lot of country.
dude, there is. You see, just like this morning, coyotes out running around. It never. Every time I get out, I have to probably slam my brakes on 2 or 3 times to avoid birds and.
I know. Well, and like that coyote, that was like right next to the main road, you know.
Their population may be getting so big. I don't know I can't put no scientific reasoning behind it because I don't know. All I can do is speculate. But I know the population ain't running low, I'll tell you that.
Right.
And if they're extinct or their population's low, then their entire population's living around people. And I know we got plenty of forest out here, you know what I'm saying? It's not.
Right.
It's not like they don't have a forest to live in, you know.
Yeah.
People in California complain and get mad at everybody else, saying, oh, y'all need to do better, when they can't, you know, they don't look in the mirror at what they're doing to their own, and they blame their forest fires on global warming, but it's actually the fact that they don't maintain them, they don't clean up the brush and stuff. That's the real reason behind it. For the most part, around here, we do a really good job at taking care of our you know what I mean, our forest, and you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not saying we get as hot as California, but it does get hot out here.
We're a little bit more like humid.
We just have a real winter. I don't know if California has like a real winter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know either. I think we get like a really good mix here, you know, like we get hot weather, we get cold weather, we get snow,
I don't care what people say. I mean, I'm not saying the other, but like, I think Tennessee down there by the Smoky Mountains, it reminds me a lot of like up here in northeastern Kentucky, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're the Appalachian, right there in that region, kind of.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's so pretty up here. I really like it.
Right.
I'm not saying I wouldn't like to live in other places or anything, but I'm saying I do. I enjoy this area. I think it's beautiful. It doesn't matter what season, it doesn't matter. Summer, spring, fall, even winter, man. When we get a good snow and those mountains are covered white, those trees, oh, it's beautiful. I know some people don't like the cold. I actually, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I enjoy the cold. Well, maybe not the cold, but I enjoy winter. I think I like fall, maybe fall the most.
Yeah, that's what I think my favorite is.
year. Last year we had some storms with some ferociousness about them.
We did.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm recording or not. I guess I could do another signing off. I'm gonna let the dog do it. Okay, there we go. If you didn't hear him, he said like, subscribe, leave a thumbs up. I don't know, give me a good location to go to that would be pretty reasonable if I had to, that I could actually ride to, not have to ride too far right now, and enjoy the sights and sounds. Don't say the Not a Tunnel or the Red River Gorge, because I already know about that one. And I want to do a return trip.
Yeah.
So
I could get it without our camera dying.
yeah, hopefully I'll get. We have an extra GoPro battery or two, but the thing is, when you're riding and your battery dies, sometimes you don't know it, and then you miss it.
Yeah.
That's the sad part
like,
of it.
There was such shock. I mean, I didn't know when it was coming up. I didn't know how close it was. You never been. So.
Yeah, that's my first time ever to go.
Yeah.
But it was cool though, because like I think it was, I actually thought it felt good. The little bit of water that was coming off the front of it.
Yeah.
It felt, because it was really hot and steamy that day.
Yeah.